Well, the greatest train that ever run down America's railroad track was the Orange Blossom Special, bringing my baby back. From New York to Miami, you could see them drivers roll, but the Orange Blossom Special don't stop Waldo anymore.
Hey everybody, it's Lydia, the TallyStitcher, back for Flosstube episode 16, I think. There's a lawnmower going on somewhere on the golf course really close by to us, and loud traffic, and my cats might start fighting here in 0.2 seconds, but there's no time like the present to begin another Flosstube. Welcome if you're new here, and welcome back if you are a returning viewer. I'm glad to see you, hear ya. Hope you're having fun doing some stitchings. I've noticed everybody's kind of transitioned to their fall pieces, which may include also Halloween spooky stitching. So this is 2 weeks, I think, since our last Flosstube, since we did that special episode with my mom when she was up here. She has since completely finished her cross-stitching of the Sanderson sisters. I will insert a picture here to show you all of that back stitching she did to finish up kind of the lace work. So that's exciting. And then I think she said she's moving on to Happy Thanksgiving pattern. We've got lots to show, lots to talk about. Stuff by me, stuff by the husband, lots of plans and stuff you've heard about. I hope I grabbed everything. There's also a new freebie that I released last night. So we'll talk about that and have the links and stuff for everything down below. If you like what you're seeing, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications on when I update. It's kind of a motivator to keep these coming out on like a 2-week cycle. Oh man, since last we left, I have had a start. I've done a little bit of whip. We finally got some hauling that we've been waiting for. All sorts of stuff. So I'm looking at this pile here on the table, trying to decide where to start. I suppose we will start with a whip that you guys have seen. This is the Teresa Kogut Kindness is Free pattern. I have just moved the hoop. Kind of did a couple stitches on this past week. And so her pattern is free on her website. And it says Kindness is Free, which now actually says it on mine as well. I've been putting off working on this dress because although I love it, I love the pattern, I have to really pay attention to get it right. To the point where I wonder if I'm going to shorten it and just make myself have long little sticky legs. But I'm going to probably push through and finish it. But it means I'm doing other stuff all over the thing. So her pattern has a cat and a dog. I'm going to switch it to 2 cats. So I've already color converted a lot on this piece. If you've seen the original, I color converted the birds, some of the dress, we're all just collaborating in this design here. So I'm going to have 2 cats. So this one I've made, I just added him in. He still needs his eyes, but that looks like my little boy cat, Giuseppe. So I finished him the other night, as well as the lettering after I moved the hoop up a bit. So now it says all the words Kindness is Free. I think I added in this other little sparkle as well to give me a place to count down for the tail. So I'm probably going to add another sparkly here so I can start on the other cat and figure out how I want to do her because she's fluffier than my boy cat, Cora. Cora's fluffier. They're hissing in the background, which you might hear. And then there's a little bit of a gold border here. In the original pattern, there's 2 Quaker stars in the corners, and I'm not sure if I'm going to do them because I kind of want to finish in this hoop, and there's not really enough room. So we shall see. But that's where I've gotten on that. I picked this up because I took a tiny break from what I have been stitching on and loving since we parted last. So this is one of my Halloween spooky stitching starts. I guess I started it after my mom left. or maybe when she was here. I don't know. I don't think you guys have seen this, but this is the book from Hocus Pocus by the Witchy Stitcher, and it's a pattern that from Etsy, and I'll have the information across the screen down below. And I started this. This is on a 14 count gold Aida is what the packaging says. It's one of their Christmas colors. The seller called it toffee when I bought it, and I totally think toffee or butterscotch is a better representation, or pumpkin, like butternut squash. But I started this and I really couldn't put it down. Like, I was only going to stitch on it for a week and then switch to another Halloween project, and I'm just like, ugh, I love this. So I might stitch a little bit more on it before switching, or I might just like try to knock it out because I love it. So here's where I've gotten with book. Oh my god. Sorry, it's like, I'm trying to get the light right. Oh my goodness. I am absolutely in love with this. So, the pattern, you can do it with or without the black flame candle. I figured we have both. Oh my goodness. Children. Hey. Sorry for the peanut gallery. But you can stitch it with or without the candle. I, of course, wanted the candle. So on this part over here is going to be a spine that has snakes. And then the corner latches also have snakes. And then this is the eye and kind of like the lock to the book. And then there's some back stitching that'll happen over the candle and around the eye, because if you've never seen Hocus Pocus, or you've never kind of seen this book before, it's made out of human flesh. So it's all stitched together, and this has been so nice to stitch. The colors are so fall and Halloweeny, and as soon as I like got the eye in, I was like, oh my gosh, it looks so good. So good. So I've been really pleased with this. Although there has been the little, oh, we have other things to start. Like, we should start those. We're kind of getting there, which is probably why I petered off a tiny bit the last couple days. Because I really want to start the next one, which is Bugs and Moths by, I always get this right, Punochka. Also, I'll link that below. But here's the progress that I've made since last time I saw you guys. So that's a new start, and now it's a whip in the rotation. So that's the stitching that I've done. And while we were filming last time, my husband was in the process of doing his first dyeing project. So we're getting into a little bit of fabric dyeing for funsies. So I guess we'll switch to this little segment of do it yourself. He was doing an ice dyeing of this is an even weave, I think. And this is with the ice dyeing, you use the powder dye, and this was drying last time we talked. So now it's all finished, and so this is his first foray. Look at this Moody Judy. It's a mixture of the pearl gray and I think the teal. And honestly, that's a pretty accurate representation. It is got all these highs and lows and splotchies. It's almost like an underwater cave. Like, let's look at it this way. So very interesting for our first foray into the dyeing world. DYEING. And he followed the instructions by Rit to do heat setting by microwaving it. So he used a color fixative and then he microwaved it to set the dye. And now we have this, and we have to find our iron, which is still somewhere in the house after the move. But this is his first piece. He's not sure if it's what he wants for the project he had intended it for, but he's still thinking about it. And then I've since grabbed a couple other colors, but I then the next week after that went into my own dyeing foray, which is also wrinkly. I just did the low immersion water type, and this is a piece of 16 count Aida, I believe, and I've used the royal blue on this, and this is what mine is turned out to be. It's a little paler than what the color's picking up. That's closer to it. So I dyed this for Castle on the Hill, that Edward Scissorhands house that I just did. So once I get this ironed, then it'll be ready to start that project when I want to get to it. But do I even have that readily available for you guys? I don't. I think I moved all the stuff. We did a rearranging because we had like an involved dinner the other night. Anyway, so I'll pop it around the corner here. But that's kind of fun, huh? So I've already got like other pieces of white Aida to fuss around with and try my hand at it. So while this was, drying, setting up, becoming a thing, I've been waiting for a while for my fabric for my Cricut Collection Sleepy Hollow. It has arrived. And it arrived like right after I dyed this, which makes me feel good that I can get similar results to professional dyers. But this is what I have, what's come in the mail for my Sleepy Hollow. Ta-da! It smells nice. Sorry, I hadn't lifted up there. Let me see. The camera's kind of blown out a bit. It is Wedgewood blue. Let me see here. I can't see you guys. There we go. It's Wedgewood blue by Girabaldi's Needle Workshop, and probably I think it's a 16 count. And it's gorgeous. So the original pattern called for like Java Moon Blue by R&R Reproductions 30 count linen. Y'all know I don't stitch on linen like that. So this is a very nice, I think, comparable moody blue piece with a touch of gray because it's Wedgewood. Everything's getting all blown out by the sun here. See, but now all my pictures are going to be weird, aren't they? That's fine. So that finally came. Super nice. So that'll be another Halloween start here in a bit. But I'll hold the two up together. Similar vibes. Back up here. Obviously this one's a little bluer, or more royal blue. But that's fine. I like them both, and I'm glad of the results of my dyeing process and then supporting other businesses. And yeah, so we can continue talking a tiny bit about acquisitions. Within that time, I also ordered some glow-in-the-dark threads for a project that I was envisioning, and those arrived. And so these are Krynics. Some of them are blending filaments. So I'm trying to figure out which one's which. This is a blending filament, and this is a blending filament. So the lighter one is grapefruit. The other one is tangerine, and then I also have lime. Now the lime's not showing up quite right. These all glow in the dark. I'm like, how can I show you guys? These all glow in the dark. These two are blending filaments, so I probably will blend them with the floss I'm about to show you guys. And then this is straight, just glow in the dark thread. I don't know if I realized that when I bought it, but then my husband pointed it out. So I will try to work with them as it's suggested on the Krynic website, which means that I went out and got the corresponding-ish DMCs for something I'll show you guys. So I got, this is 014 This is 14, and that's going to be kind of the thing that gets stitched with this. 14. And then this is 741 to get stitched with that. And then the last one is 704 to get stitched with that. Now, what are they getting stitched on, you ask? Good question, guys. So I showed you this piece of fabric that I received as a sample from, our cards on here, Witchsgardencrafts Etsy shop, where I got some Haunted Mansion colored fabric. And so I'd asked what y'all thought I should do on this. And somebody mentioned like a pumpkin or a ghost or something. So I went ahead and designed a a small little freebie to fit on this, which I will now insert here, maybe over the fabric. I should get my face in the thing here. But yeah, so I just designed this little thing. I started it a couple days ago with the little border, which has little bats. And then in the corners, the shapes kind of look like the marks on a black widow, although they are in the orange. And then I just wanted 2 little ghosties, added some pumpkins, called it a day. Cute little freebie. So that's available for immediate download down below. I posted it on my Instagram, so there's a link on there. Do it on whatever fabric you'd like. I'm obviously going to do it on this kind with, you know, these flossies. And there's also one, like another color for the pumpkins, but some cute little Halloween stitching. Yeah, so that's exciting. That's the first time I'll have worked with glow-in-the-dark floss. I looked at a couple of videos to see people reviewing DMC versus Kreinik versus other things, and it seemed like the glow of the Kreinik was better over the DMC, maybe even over the long haul. So yeah. And then I've got more haul coming. Who among us does not? It won't be here probably till later today. I got some stuff from the Needlework Expo. I ordered stuff through Garon Totenery of the Sunshine State Stitchers. And I think USPS says that's coming today by 9 p.m. But it's not here yet. And I also got a sheath for my new embroidery scissors, so that's coming as well. Acquisitions that the husband made. He's gotten a lot of yarn recently, but it's like all attached to projects, so I didn't grab those. But he got a couple cross-stitching things. He got a needle minder, which is this little guy. I don't really know how to best show him. The lighting. This is a Gundam. I'm not sure which season it's from. I'll have it down below. But he just got this little guy. He's like an enamel, a very decent enamel pin magnet needle minder. So he's got that. And then he also got, he's got some Teresa Wentzler's in the mail. So he got 2 that came in. This is the Teresa Wentzler's Book 2 Petites, Peacock and Unicorn. Peacock and Unicorn. We have a joke that he's very much attracted to peacock patterns, even though he only has one that he's working on. But whenever we see them, we're like, ah, yes, these must be for him. And I believe he got this off of Etsy. And so the seller also gave him some little bonus DMC. He said neither of these colors are actually in the patterns. But hey, bonus floss, it's fine. And it's a 38.57 and 5.19. Kind of a nice burgundy and then like a sky blue. So I think he has one more Teresa Wentzler coming. I think it's coming from Canada, which is why it's taking a little bit. And then last night we took a little jaunt to Michael's, as we are wont to do as a date night activity. And he got some big yarn balls, mostly because they were, you know, affordable. They came with a free pattern, and I didn't grab the yarn balls. I grabbed what he ended up stitching while he was watching sumo last night, And it's just this little square here, this little bit. It kind of has a piece of open work down the center and the diagonal there. It's not showing the color at all. There we go. It's not that blown out. It has that nice gradient. I think the gradient comes from the yarn itself, so that's pretty cool. So he says he has to just kind of make these squares and then join them as he goes to make a blanket. Nice and stretchy. It's very soft for what, I forget the yarn type. I'll have to put it down in the description below. So yeah. So okay, that's all the things I have to show you. I did kit up most of my Halloween starts, so I have their fabrics, I've got their floss. I showed you that last video, or the video before, but have them all in the little baggies, so they're good to go. I'm thinking about trying to finish up a couple pieces to submit to the Florida State Fair. The State Fair is in February. The submission deadline to have pieces entered is sometime in just December, and then you have to have the pieces fully finished and shipped and received by early January to be in the State Fair. I got all in a tizzy about it, thinking about what I'd want to do. You know, in a perfect world where, I don't know what my cat is chewing on, but it's Giuseppe. Hey, cut that out. In a perfect world, if I didn't have the work or whatever, I would restart Bach Tower for this, but I don't think I have enough time to start it, even if that was the only thing I worked on for the next couple months. I don't think so. So my original plan before I heard about the State Fair was to do my spooky stitching in September and October, and then in November switch over to the Modern Folk Embroidery 2021 style Fruit of Plenty, because that's very autumnal in the colorations, and I'm way behind, and I see everybody's progress, and so that'd be a nice thing to go back to and stitch up. And then I imagine we're all going to start filming our like end of the year whip and finish parades here soon anyway. So I thought about doing that. I could finish the Cadazan. That'd be a good motivator to finish that piece and get it, be very easy to get that finished and framed in that time allotment. Could perhaps get Annie Pfeiffer done. Not sure if Annie Pfeiffer has the oomph for a state fair. The entry fees are like $3 a piece. Like, it's fine. I think Modern Folk Embroidery, because of the color choices and because of the pattern, is a good contender at a state fair, especially like, you know, the Florida State Fair. So yeah, I'm thinking about I'm using. So as I keep adding the whips to the rotation, of course things, you know, have less progress on them overall. We all know that. But yeah, I wonder what I can get done in time to possibly show for that, because that would be fun. What other things do I have thinking about? I was watching another Flosstuber whose name escapes me, but they were talking about Dino December stitching, so stitching dinosaur things in December. I'm all about that, so I've been eyeballing some dino patterns. I also have some Christmassy stuff to start, and I think I even want to get my first Owl Forest embroidery kit for Christmas. They have the new Snail Houses series is coming out, and I think they're adorable. Let's see if this cat comes up here on the couch. I don't know. She's just scratching. Lots of noises today. Yeah, so I think that's all I have for you guys. It's actually a little short one. I know a lot of people talk about all sorts of stuff, or they give like the life update. I guess it's still hot, it's still sweaty, it's still Florida. I made some delicious cocktail meatball mini subs. If you've ever made cocktail meatballs where you use like the grape jelly and the Heinz chili sauce I did that, and then I put them in sweet Hawaiian rolls and melted some caramelized onion jack cheese on there. That's good. That's my little pro tip to you guys for a little snack. Yeah, I guess I focused on the cross stitching and the crafting, which is true. So yeah, so look for that freebie. I hope if you guys are stitching any of my stuff, use the hashtag on Instagram, TallyStitcher Designs, or let me know. I would love to follow what you're stitching. I did add the Buy Me a Coffee feature to my videos, so it's down in the link below if you want to do that. And yeah, so have a nice week of stitching, whether it's spooky, autumnal, whatever you feel like. I hope you're enjoying it, and I hope wherever you are, there's cooler weather. And it's coming. It's got to come, right? So yeah. All right. Have a good one. Bye.
Well, just another boy